Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing the master plan city of Exact Bay and we are building a campus using the new campus DLC. I am really liking these DLCs. I know there's a lot of people complaining about Paradox, saying Paradox doing so many DLCs and it should all have been part of the base game and all these kind of things. But really, I do like the DLCs and I do like the fact that the games constantly come out with new content, and it also, yes, I know they make more money from it, but it also means that because they make money from it, they continue to develop the game. So I do like the idea. It was, I mean, this one was really, it was like $10 or something, $10, this DLC, so I don't think it was that bad for the functionality that you get. And fair enough, it's very much the same principle as the industrial and the park principles, but I like it. It means that your city is just so much more customizable. Okay, let's get straight back into this stuff. So we're going to have a localized tram network for the... Oh, this isn't a tram. Well, then bus network. I think a localized bus network is probably good enough. We'll see about switching that over to tram at some point, but it'll be a localized bus network. So I'm only keen on doing the sole bus line. So if we do this one, this is exactly what I'm after. So I'm going to run some cool bus lines, and we can keep the bus lines as is over there. So, oh yes, this is what I want, and I want to do it nice and straight. So if we say over there, actually, let's start it from here. Not the rail. I don't want to be snapping to the rail, please. Fine, so we'll snap from there. And potentially that's going to be a bit of a bummer. Okay, anyway, we will see about how we run. I'm worried that I want these lines to be more perfect. And by the way, let's have a quick look at what the typical size of the buildings are. Oh, we can do pretty good with that, actually. There's pretty decent building sizes, so we don't have to worry too much. We can actually squeeze our buildings in quite nicely. There's obviously some faculties that's a little bit bigger, but even they kind of work. If you're not too worried about a little bit of clipping, even they can work. Ooh, actually, maybe, you know what, we should push it out just a tad more so that we can actually squeeze them all in. Yeah, that's good. I checked that. So let's make sure we move that bus line. I did it over there. Let's put it over here. And please snap to the right, to the road piece. Thank you. And why? It's not actually giving me... Yeah, that's what I want to do. Can we just... well, let's... we can definitely go over the top there. Let's tie into that. Okay, now I want to make sure that we maintain this. And we'll try and squeeze it nice and central over here. So what do we have as nice and central? It's probably that spot right there. Let's do that. We'll tie it in there. Okay, perfect. Similarly on this side, and I'm not going to tie it in there, so don't worry too much about that. I just want to go about 30 in. All right, 30 is the one for me. Okay, something like, ooh, that's a little tight. I can use mover to sort that out. Ooh, actually, that is right on top of this, isn't it? You know what we can do? We can do a little curve over there. I think a little curve over there will just make sure it's not absolutely perfect. Yeah? How about that? That actually looks quite good, and we could actually contemplate doing a similar thing over here instead. So let's trim back this guy a little bit. And I believe this is about 5, isn't it? Oh, 8. Well, we're going to run it for about 8, and then we'll tie it in together over there, and that's going to be fine. Okay, what I want to do now is get rid of these guys. Okay, and we would want to do something that's going to leave us enough room for our Varsity Sports. So if I go Varsity Sports, and so this is the one option. Okay, and it's an option that I'm quite fond of, but we could actually track them out to the side like this. Ha 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 ha. We could actually do that. Because in this side it's probably not ideal, so we could track these out to the side like that. Actually, I think that is a pretty decent idea, so we're going to do that. So I'm not going to be bothered too much about the spacing there. Let me just grab this, and what I want to do is I want to try and estimate, so about 20 in, so say something like that, and I need to do the straight tool. Okay, so we'll do a little something like this and a little something like that. We'll just tie these together. We'll trim that back and that back, and over here, and we'll trim that back and that back. I think those actually worked quite perfectly in terms of, yeah, 8 and 8, and it is actually 8 that we've been using. This isn't quite right. It looks perfect in my opinion. Let's quickly fix these roads over here, because I've just noticed that they are not actually doing what they need to do. So this one I want to run in. Should we run it the other way around though? Should we run it this way and that way instead? That way and that way? Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just turn them around. And that one, we'll just turn that around, and these will be our Varsity Sports sections. We'll get some much needed pathways over here, but let's get the actual liberal arts pathways, and I don't think they're necessarily so what I want to do is I want to be sure to kind of, okay, let's start placing a few things, and I don't want to go too crazy with the stuff. So dormitories, for instance, I don't want dormitories close to this, so we're not going to do that. Liberal arts study hall, we could even do 2 of them, and let's just switch off the, because I do want to make sure that we use some. Actually, that's not too bad, but I would like to make sure that we do things. Okay, what do we have over here? We've got drama club, we've got a liberal arts, and I've got the unlock for everything on. Because that's the game, it's been set in the game as well, so I'm not gonna turn that back off. We'll just try and do things a little slower and steadier, so it doesn't, we don't blow out our funding. So the study hall, the dorms, and the groundskeeping, for instance, but groundskeeping feels like it should be right over there. Okay, what we're gonna need to do is, at the very least, we're gonna wanna tie in some of these paths. So let's just get the paths right, and I'm going to want to do that, and I'm going to want to say I want it nice and close over. Actually, that's the spot. So something like that, right, gives you nice walkability, and I do like the idea of running some of these things a little bit through there, so people can actually walk to these various areas. This one I'll just tie in over there, so something like this, and actually this one will tie in on that side, and we'll start it off like so and like that. So this looks like funky little pathways, and this one might be looping a little bit too much, but I think that's going to be fine for now. And then we can start gridding it out a little bit more. So if we use the road instead of these paths, then this will actually be a nice grid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, we've got liberal arts dorms, and I'm tempted to squeeze them in towards the side of the building. The dorms up here, I don't think that's the case, and I definitely want to do at least 2 of them. So let's do this. Let's do the dorms with that central axis in line right about there, and I'll do a similar thing here right about there. Right, so if we do that, there we've got 2 dorms right over there, so that's pretty cool already. Then we'll pop back in here and we'll get a liberal arts study hall, and it wants to be tied into something. And potentially right over here on this spot is a decent area for the study hall, and we could actually do study hall on the other side as well later, right? What does this cost us? It adds student capacity, students spare time, use the study hall to do their homework projects or prepare exams, building increased campus attractiveness, and needs to be placed within a liberal arts campus area. And what do they cost? Do they actually tell us what it costs? Upkeep is 264. So I just need to keep an eye on that. I don't want to go too crazy with the stuff straight away. Groundskeeping. I thought this area down here or next to the rail is actually an excellent spot for groundskeeping. So I'll just do that. So groundskeeping goes in over there. Nice. So that is the start of our university. I'm going to open it up for business first before we hit straight into the varsity sports. So what I want to do is I actually want to do a bit of the line in here. So I want to do loop lines. Okay. So what we'll do, and of course, at the moment, there's not much to link together. So we'll link one there, kind of one here, one over here, one over there, something around here somewhere, and then we'll close the loop like that. So that's CAA1. Excellent. And this mod does not seem to be compatible with this mod does not seem to be compatible with the new stuff. So yes, I know you can now actually select the model. So let's just select our model over there, and we'll say add. Let's remove all vehicles. Let's say add 2 vehicles to the mix. So we'll add 2 school buses to the mix. CAA1 is running in that loop. And then what I want to do is I want to run something in the other loop that actually does. Okay, well, let's see about this. So if I say we'll do a stop there, and then we will do a stop there, and a stop there, and one over there, and one over there, and one over there, and one over there. Oh, and the varsity sports is not even connected yet. And then what we'll do is we'll put a stop over here somewhere, we'll put a stop over there, and we will tie that in over there, and that's CAA2. CAA2, thank you very much. Select the type. You're in my way, man. Come on. Get the school bus in there. We'll add 1, 2, 3 of them because that's a slightly longer route. So that'll start running, and I'm hoping it's going to be a yellow one, but yeah, that's going to be the kind of idea. And we will see about, obviously this is going to feed people to the facility here. I think this is plenty good for this, and this actually ties things together. No, I don't want an extra one there. And that all ties things together, and people can get in and out and to the loops and walking and all these kind of things. This is going to be an awesome campus. An awesome campus. Okay, now let's get out of that view and let's start running the stuff. Oh, at the very start, I also want us to make very sure we're actually running a train line I want us to be making sure we are running. There's no train line over here? Honestly. Well, what I believe we should be doing is we should be extending this one to go all the way over there and on its way. Well, it can just do both. We'll just do that and do that and do this and do that, and now we've got a nice line feeding all of our areas on this one. So that's pretty cool altogether. Okay, so now that's in place. The next thing we need to do is get some water down here quickly. So I'll just run this thing straight across and along the rail. So that's pretty cool. So it's going to have some water straight away. We'll also tie in over there and run the water straight down the middle there. And then what we'll do is we'll just kind of crisscross the campus a little bit. So I believe that's a good starting point, apart from the fact that the Varsity sports places won't actually have something to tie into. So for now we'll just do a little bit of this, and there will be something to tie into over here. So that's it. How are we doing on power? We don't have power, so let's get ourselves connected to some of these facilities. So we've got some power running up here, and what we'll do is we will extend power alongside this, I think. Okay, that's connected up there, that's connected. Certainly connect that over there and over there. We may have to see how we continuously extend this as well. So let's see about connecting a couple through there and maybe a few through there, so that we can actually tie in some power over on that side. Okay, so now we've got power. We've got a train that comes all the way over here, and yeah, this is a little awkward, and we may make some changes to it, but I am loving our new campus, and it's nice and woodlands over here. So I can think of continuing to expand the dorms and the clubs and the stuff over here, and then only with the. And then what we'll do is we can get the this area. There could be some commercial in here as well as other university stuff. I can just see how good it is. And then we'll see, maybe get some paths to cross over here, maybe some straight paths and things like that. Do we have our buses running? Look at those buses. I don't quite know why we have have them bunched together like that, but either way. What the hell is that? Why are you driving over there? Where are you even going? Show me. I want to see where you're going. So that means pause, so I can see your routing decision framework is taking you up over there. So are we saying you came through here, but why would you do that? And most certainly the thing that I immediately want to get rid of ASAP is the fact that we've got other stuff running up here. This is buses only, guys. Buses only. So get our restrictions sorted. Vehicle restrictions. This is oh, and let's do that. Taxis. Shall we allow? We don't have taxis. Garbage vehicles, yes, and SOS vehicles. That's okay. So let's do that. Let's do that, that, and so that we actually get some garbage collection through there. Does it go all the way to there? Okay, well, let's do the same thing over there. Like so, like so, like so, like so. Thank you. goes all the way up there. Now over here, let's do that and that and that and that and that and that switched off. Thank you. All the way till there, and then let's do it that and that and that, that and that and that. Why are we getting external traffic? Anyway, external traffic is not the end of the world, so that's okay. Similarly over here, what we want to do is on the outside in the bus lane, we definitely don't want, actually even here, we don't even want any of that. The only thing we want is buses and SOS. Nice, there we go. And over here we want like so, and oops, and like so. Perfect. This isn't this isn't the most effective way. I'm sure they should just be doing it like that and like that, and now again. Perfect, all the way over there, and let's do our final one here. No, not that one. That one. Perfect. Excellent. So I believe that is all of that. So and there's one. There's some more. Gotta love it. It's just so much to do. Not that. So like this. Perfect. And another one. Perfect. Good. So now we should have none of these post vans running out there. Okay, let's quickly have a look. So you can click this and see what it's doing. So it's costing us 1,000 a month, and or a week is actually what it is. But our tuition fees are already going up crazy. So we've got some policies that we can put in here: student healthcare, free lunch, visiting scholars, and what does visiting scholars do? The campus hires various lecturers and scholars to teach the campus, affects faculties within the campus area, increase faculty bonus by 25%. Okay, so that's not anything that we want to do. Universal education is free, so that's not what we're going to do. I wanted to get us some academic staff, maybe just 2 of them. And let's get ourselves a literature grant going on, and then we can see the academic year is nice and underway. Our campus attractiveness needs a little bit more of a boost, which we will jump into, but we have enough students to reach the next level, so that's pretty cool. Are our buses being used at all? 0 people in there, 0 people in there, 0 people over here. Got some cars driving around. There's no parking right here, but there's some. Ooh, yeah, I think there's something wrong with the mods here. But anyway, hopefully, so I can't actually see that. Yeah, so maybe I need to get rid of that mod. I can definitely see people at the station, right? But they're waiting for that little yellow line. So that's perfect. Anybody here on this bus or trying to get onto this bus or anything like that? Anybody out down here at the bus stop? No? No? Anyway, that's fine. I like it. It's pretty good. What can we do to up that? Well, let's get to the varsity sports component of it, because I do want to get some varsity sports going on, and I'm quite a fan of saying let's get ourselves the track and field stuff done. Just before we do that, yeah, that's absolutely part of the area. So let's get ourselves a track and field team. Feels quite nice to me, and that spot right there is pretty awesome in terms of location. So we'll do that. So we have ourselves a nice varsity track and field area. There we go. Chaos Academy of Arts Spartans. Actually, that is quite cool. Let's just get the water set up over here. I want all. Why am I struggling with the water pieces? Don't know why. Why is that happening? Anyway, let's run that straight through there. And what we'll do is we'll tie that together a little bit over there to see if that works. Nice. Now what I want to do is this area over here, I want to put a little bit of a, give me a little bit of a, what? So can we, oh, that's what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do, not what I wanted to do. Give me back what I had. Give me back. No, give me back. Sorry about that, guys. It's fixed. I did the wrong thing. I want to do that. That's what I wanted to do. And now, that's the guy running around. That's cool. I love it. We've got ourselves a little campus shuttle going around here. So hopefully that does do good things for people. Are we getting, we'll see if we get traffic for this event over here. If I go back over here and we have a quick look, Varsity Sports. So we have the Chaos Academy of Arts Spartans. And to be honest, I don't want it to be that crazy. So let's just say we want some coaching staff. Oh, cheerleading budget. Well, that's nothing. Let's just add that, and then some. Well, let's get ourselves a little bit. Ooh, that's pricey. Let's get ourselves one coaching staff and see if we can at least get some wins on the boards, right? Oh, and immediately attractiveness is up there, and our expenses is crazy amounts. Are we seeing people coming to the event? We are in fact seeing people coming to the event. They can use the highway to get there and not much else. Question, oh, they can come up through here and then around in there, so it's not like they cannot come in from this side. It's just then they drive through the Varsity. So is there a match on or something? I don't know. Chaos Academy of Arts Spartans. I love it. I love it. It feels cool. It feels like how do we team identity? So the Spartans. I love the Spartans. The team color though, I'm not sure. I'm a fan. It's not bad though. It's not bad. Chaos Academy of Arts Spartans. The Chaos Spartans. That's the name, right? But can we, what the team identity, can we change that name? Cheerleading plus 25, sports 80, total 105. Oh, that's the attractiveness. I like it. That's where the attractiveness came from. Very cool. So we're pretty good on attractiveness. So by the end of the year, things should be cool. What is going on with my public transport? I'm assuming that this line only has a single train on it, or there's something wrong with it. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at our public transport lines. What is that? That's trams. This is trains. So let's see. That line there has one vehicle on it. So let's open that up. Thank you very much. And what we'll do is we will select a vehicle type, passenger train. We will add at least another train to the mix, maybe even two. Okay, so we'll get a few more trains on there. So hopefully that means this will actually work a little bit better. What I definitely want to get done is get some more pathing in here, so you can see straight away we're getting tons of people coming in here. So what I definitely want is for us to get some more of these paths. This is the path that I'm on about. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I can stop here, cross over, walk that way. Pretty cool. There's parking over here. It seems pretty awesome. I'm assuming there's an event going on the 30th of the 11th. So it's still a way away. It's still a way. I like it. And our traffic isn't funny or any weirdness is going on or anything like that. I don't obviously want people to park over there. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I don't see any people walking around though. So I'm thinking, or using these bus stops for instance. Yeah, I'm thinking we need to do a excuse me. I'm thinking we need to do a little bit more for our paths. I think that is exactly what we need to do. So what I'm going to start doing is just run a few straight throughs so that we can actually get there. I'm going to run a little path. Actually, come on. Give me this one so we can actually run a little path through there so you can get across. I'm going to do a similar thing over here, just if we can. Nice, over there. Excellent, that's what I'm after. Similarly, I'm going to do a bit of a path. Well, let's switch back. I want to try and get these things a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Oh, is that a toga party? Haha, look at that! Toga party! On the side of the road. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So what I want to do is I just want to clean things up a little bit to make sure that I do want some wavy paths, but I also want to make sure that we see that ruined the waviness of the path completely in its entirety. Same thing over here. That's okay. That's just gonna gonna have to be what it's gonna be like, right? So let's run some wavy nature over there. Give me a little bit of this going on right there so that we can actually get to both sides of the bus stop, or these kind of things. This side we're not doing much yet over here, but we'll most certainly add ourselves a little bit of a bus thing going on over there and over there. Probably something over here as well. That's probably okay. Do something over here, something over there. That should be probably right in front as well. Right in front, something over here. Okay, perfect. And then a little something right over there, and then that's pretty good. So there was some of these little walkways going on. Is there a requirement to have something else anywhere in here? Everything has, each side has its little, potentially we do one over there, and we see about doing one right over there. That's pretty cool. So now that kind of does a good little mix. Let's we do another over here and another over there. That's okay. I think more pedestrian crossings is better because this is a campus, you know. Perfect. So we've got tons of these trains. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to not allow the intercity trains because they just kind of stack up in here like crazy. Get out of here. Get out of there, intercity trains. You have to go to the central station, please. Thank you. Can I just delete you? Look at that. Oh man. That is just crazy. Love it. Love it. Loving it. Okay, perfect. Let's see. How are we tracking? Garbage is piled up. Guys, get us some... I'm going to do a campus recycling center. And we'll do something pretty basic and small, right? Ooh, and what I'll have to do is right here next to the rail over here, I'm going to do something like that. Is this side a little better though? Let's just have a look. If I say, yeah, something in here maybe is even better. So give me a little slither of a small road here. And what we'll do, just like that, and as part of the whole groundskeeping thing in this area, no, that's not what I want. I'll do that. Look at that, guys. We've got ourselves a little recycling center on campus, so these guys will go nuts and hopefully pick up all of these piled up garbage over here. So that is pretty cool. I am liking it. I'm liking the campus, and I'm pretty keen on seeing how we look at the end of the financial year, the end of the academic year. So look at that. Our campus attractiveness is pretty much exactly where it should be. How are these guys going? Have we lost and won something? Oh, actually, the match is now. Right? The match is on. Is it? Oh, look at that. That's our cheerleaders. If I do this, I can do a nice screenshot. of the Spartans cheerleaders in action. And I'll do a little one, another one like that. Excellent. I love it. I love it. Okay, now let's get out of this. Nice. Nice. It's all running pretty smoothly. Are we actually getting people on this? There are 4 passengers on there. So that's pretty cool. This is one that I might actually landscape quite nicely and see about how we get and see how we tie things in. This is, I love it. I love it. We're doing pretty well. I also want to, you know, some of these bigger areas that I've got over here is probably going to be massive suburbs, you know, like this. Just going to be sprawling suburbs like this, so that there's not that much density overall, but it is a nice sprawling city. Because I do want, I do get the feeling that I do a lot of these higher density areas, and so what happens is the city overall is not that big. So I do want a little bit more sprawl going on. I do think we picked the right spot over here. These students are going to love hanging out at the beach. Okay, so in the meantime, how's that going? Are we loading and unloading people? Let's just pause. I just want to see how many people on this. 130 people on that, so I'm assuming they are all coming from here. So how is our student numbers going? Yeah, our student numbers are pretty decent, but yeah, we're still losing money over here. So we'll just keep an eye on that. These varsity sports things are crazy expensive. While we've got this here, maybe I should no road maintenance. Maybe what I should do is try and actually run in some of these things. I just want to see if I do this, right? Does that feel too weird? Yeah, it does. It does. To be honest, it does feel just a little bit too weird. Let's get rid of that. We'll try that again. I do want to do something like that. But maybe what we need to do is, let's understand a little bit more about, if we do it right there, right? That's actually exactly right. So let's say, if we do something like that, and we do its counterpart on this side, like so, and we then connect these together, then we have something that looks and feels like that, and it's a little funky over here in terms of clipping and things like that. What happened? We won! We won! Oh, I'm loving it. Excellent. Now everybody's leaving. Okay, they're just rushing straight out of there. And they're getting back. Oh, and of course I haven't actually done what I should be doing over here, which is that. Okay. The one thing they can't actually do is get back into the other direction. So I do almost feel like we should do a little bit of a connection straight through here. I do feel that that might be a good idea for us. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. So in terms of parking, is that the kind of thing that we want to do? Or is that just a little too weird? Should we just do, I don't know. Should we just do stuff that's a little smaller, and we just kind of see about if we're gonna do something like that? Right? Is that about right? No, that's not quite right. And then what we can do is we can actually make things a little cleaner and nicer. And so if we then do this, yeah, that's okay. So if we then do, is that about right? No, I don't know why this thing is not quite working. Hang on, let's just make sure we get the exact spacing right. So that one there, right? And then this one there. So somehow things aren't quite right, is it? get this one? Yeah, let's do this one. I think that's more the spacing that we're after. Okay, so now we'll just tie all of these together. And that looks doesn't look nice, does it? By any stretch of the imagination, that does not look nice. But what we can do is we ooh, how do I crazy. Man, how do I can't remember how to rotate. For some reason I need to be able to rotate this. Found it. That is kind of the right stuff for us. Oh, it's perfect. It's exactly right. Exactly. It's my best South African accent right there, guys. My best South African accent. Exactly. Okay, there we go. Nice. So, Varsity Sports up and running with some funky parking. Well, not funky at all, but we can. I'm definitely. This is the one thing that I'm actually quite keen to what's the word? To detail a little bit more at eventually. At the moment, I don't think I'm going to do it right now, but it is something that I'm pretty keen on detailing. Are our students still coming up? Yeah, pretty much. Academic year is drawing to a close. Oh my goodness, this episode has gone on crazy long. Okay guys, I will see you in the next one where we will conclude the academic year, and we will also start to expand our suburbs a little bit so we can get more people to come to the university. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.